All right, man. Let's talk about Shakur Stevenson taking on Williams Zepeda. A lazy breakdown. Despite people thinking they're gonna be fighting in a shrinking ring, they will not be fighting in a shrinking ring. Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna listen to my first mind and get off this freeway. Um, so yeah, they not. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be an 18-foot ring because there's rumors that it could be an 18-foot ring. So I'm not 100% sure, but who cares? Stevenson got a reputation for running after the Los Santos fight. Um, Even when he fought Padley, he stood in there with Padley as he should. Um, Even when he fought the guy that Frank Martin fought, I can't remember the brother's name that Frank fought. He stood in there. You know what I'm saying? He got weak hands. But then we seen William Zepeda struggle with Tevin Sweet Pea Farmer, and he struggled pretty bad with Farmer. You know what I'm saying? Very bad with Farmer. So, and then Schofield blew Farmer out the water. I know most people were saying, well, that was luck. That was luck, and I don't believe it to be luck. Yeah, I don't believe it to be luck. I just think Tevin Farmer, um, he looks good versus guys that ain't athletic. And like I said, I was talking about that in the Floyd and Roy Jones video I did, where Floyd looks, y'all think he the GOAT, but y'all don't never look at the guys that he actually fights. He looks like the GOAT, but look at the guys that he actually fights. You know what I'm saying? Flat-footed guys. He didn't fight nobody like Sugar Ray Leonard. He didn't find anybody like Sugar Ray Leonard. So, but and I think you're going to see that Shakur Stevenson's athletic ability, is going to give him fits as Tevin Farmer's athletic ability gave him fits. So I know a lot of dudes, a lot of guys, I think they picked up on it who really knows boxing. They picked up on it, you know. Yeah, I think a lot of guys they picked up on it, and but I think Shakur Stevenson is just his speed, his athleticism. I think his body shot punching is underrated. But what I can't say is for Zepeda, his balance has to be on point. And one of the things I see with him, and I see with a lot of these fighters today, a lot of their weight is shifted towards their front foot. It's all over their front foot. I seen Earl Spence. A lot of these dudes, all their weight goes over their front foot. And in my opinion, that's going to make it hard to cut the ring off. That's going to make it hard to maneuver and keep up with them. Especially if you ain't, it's going to be harder for you to be on your toes. So I think he needs to really be mastering the jab and really have his center of gravity on point. That's my opinion. He needs to have his center of gravity on point. Don't have all your weight over your front foot. That's going to make it easier for him to slide out that back door. You know? Oh, what am I doing? Okay, cool. We in the right situation. So that's gonna make it easier for him to slide out that back door. So, or that side door. So for him, work on the jab. Work on keep your head a moving target and work on your balance. Don't have all your weight. Don't have all your weight over your front foot like that. That would be my advice to him. Don't have all your weight over your front foot. A lot of these dudes got all their weight over the front foot. You got your chin hanging over your knee, and you just gonna get clocked. You're gonna get clocked, and that's why he struggled with Tevin Farmer. He worried about the offense and getting his offense off, but you off balance. So all I got to do is turn you a slide and get another angle, and then nothing you can do. His stance is too wide. You know what I'm saying? All his weight is shifted over his front foot. At some point, that's cool to do. At some point, you can get away with that. But to be honest, there's a lot of times where you need to be on balance, and that's one thing you see about a guy like Shakur. He on balance, and when he ready to attack, he gonna shift his weight, shift his weight accordingly. But Zepeda just all his weight is always over on that front foot, and of course you're gonna continue to struggle with slick southpaws at that. You're gonna struggle every time. Everything is power. Everything is for offense. And I think, and honestly, if he brought his base in and changed his balance, and use more angles, he'd be able to get more punches off and be more dangerous. He'd be more dangerous. He'd get off a more consistent jab. And I don't know why Mexicans don't like jabbing. He ain't gonna win this fight without jabbing, or it's gonna be hard to. That jab will set up that body work. That jab gonna set up his power shots. Everything. So, but overall, when I look at this fight, I just think I seen what Schofield did to Tevin. I seen that, and it lets me know: are they not doing construction anywhere? This ain't even no stop, 4-way stop. That's crazy. 2-way. But that was construction. But like I said before, when I see these type of fights, bro, when I seen that Floyd and Tevin fight, or that Tevin and Floyd Schofield fight, I'm like, Shakur, sure, Shakur should be able to cook him, but Shakur, his hands, and also, if he start running, is they gonna take the fight from him? Last fight with Eddie, not to our knowledge, he don't have a long-term deal with Saudis. So yeah, so that's the wild thing about it. But I think Shakur's his athletic ability be too much. As much as I want Zepeda to knock his wig into next week, I think unless he hurt himself, Shakur gonna run off with this. Shakur gonna run off with this. So I think for Zepeda to win, he got to be more on balance. He got to be more defensively responsible. He got to use his jab. And I would say hit the shoulders, hit the chest, hit the sternum. Oh, my God. It's a simple right turn. Why do people cannot a simple left turn? I really be just questioning people's fucking driving IQ, bruh. People cannot drive. We got a driving epidemic in America, man. I'm telling you. These motherfuckers can't drive, bro. I swear. They took 10 minutes to make a left turn. And there's nobody coming on either way. You just make the left turn. That's why I really want to move back towards the city, bro. I can't drive. Can't do shit. But yeah, I think for him, jab, attack the body, balance. See, this motherfucker made a simple right turn and ran over the curve. There's nobody right there. How do you hit that fucking curve? But yeah, I think for him, jab, attack the body, hit him in the chest. The student driver made the fucking left turn better than that man did. I think, jabbing to the stomach, jabbing to the chest, hitting him on the arms, hitting him on the wrist. I think he got to be more physical with him. Just hit him. Hit him where you can hit him at. Hit him on the elbows. Hit him on the hip. That's an old Mexican trip. So I think for him, just breaking him down. He a fragile body guy. And then when you get the opportunity, you hit the hip enough, you break the body down, you hit him everywhere, then he can't move, then you close that gap, you get on that front foot, and you get jiggy with it. For Shakur, I think when you deal with a guy like Zepeda, he can't fight on the back foot. Put him on the back foot. And put him on the back foot. If he get on the front foot, make him miss, make him pay. That's as simple as that. Establish your jab. He don't want to establish his. He gonna try to, he may try to, counter your jab with a hook. That's probably what he gonna try to do. Every time you jab, he gonna try to throw 3 or 4 punches. Be prepared to punch with him. That will be my advice. Be prepared to punch with him. So, yep. But overall, I think Shakur get a unanimous decision. I don't see him stopping Zepeda. But if he do, it'll be a statement win, and they're the co-feature. So, but hey, Shakur unanimous decision. Hit the link. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole 9. Everything's inside my link tree. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.